Shemp.
Oh, Shemp.
That was like Shemp from. I think he got a bad deal. Like everybody wanted him to be Mo.
Yeah,
He got a bad deal, Shemp,
I think he did.
because he had the mushroom haircut almost like
Right.
Mo,
Right.
but he was his own guy. He
Tried to be his own guy.
Yeah.
I think that. Yeah, you're right. He kind of like tried to be. I don't know what happened to Curly afterwards. Like what? Like
like nothing ever, no other show. Well, did any of them ever have a show after that?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't remember.
And what would you do?
Podcast. What up, it's your boy Chad O. Out here in LA.
Time to get lost in the subway. Thank you, Valencia. But I'm about to head on the train heading to Madrid. I'm telling about Two Boys Podcast on 13 Ghost TV. Like, subscribe, and send us a few messages. I don't hablo mucho español, but I'm doing the best I can. Peace. Like after the Three Stooges, would you do like serious like drama? Would you?
Mo in Casablanca.
That's right. It just oh. All right, thank you. We'll call you if we need you.
Yeah.
No, could you like leave him alone, please? No, stop. No,
Yeah.
just leave him. He's fine.
Yeah, don't poke anyone else.
No one else, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, the water's yours.
Boy, what a career they've made of poking and silly physical comedy.
Yeah, that physical comedy. Yeah.
Physical comedy. Every generation seems to get one of those. The '70s was what's his name? Steve Martin.
Steve Martin was a guy that did that.
Or even before him, Jerry Lewis.
Jerry Lewis
was pretty physical.
Jerry
right?
Lewis. The Abbott and Costello wasn't much physical comedy, was there?
Nah, they were more witty. They were more wordplay.
Yeah,
like
wordplay.
With the famous one, of course, is Who's on First.
Who's on First?
Yeah,
and stuff. Yeah.
But they had a lot of most of this stuff I would say was wordplay-ish.
Yeah.
They had a lot of that stuff. I did you ever see the Laurel and Hardy movie?
No.
It is fucking fantastic.
Is it really?
It is fantastic. I can't remember the British actor's name that plays Laurel and Hardy,
Mm-hmm.
but what a great story to tell. Because remember, they were so pre our time, like
Right.
So anything you saw was remade, and from I guess the 50s or whatever it was. But what a true story of a friendship.
Okay.
Of falling, like everything in a friendship of two men that damn near not gay. You know what I'm saying?
Went through ups and downs.
Yeah, one guy's got a weight problem.
Mm-hmm.
The guy from Stepchild plays in it.
Will Ferrell?
The other one, the other guy, the other stepbrother. I can't. Michael something. Another curly hair guy. If we only had a device that could tell us this. He's got a name that you go, oh, that guy.
Step Brothers.
Yeah.
Who was the other guy in Step? I don't want to use this thing.
I don't want to use it either.
It's the other guy in Step Brothers.
Michael something. I think it's Michael something. He's got a funny name that doesn't go, oh, that's his name? When you see it, you go, oh, him.
We'll figure it out.
Maybe somewhere down the line, but if you didn't know, this is Two Bros Podcast, episode 105. Welcome and good afternoon, party people. We're so glad that you're back with us. As you have heard, we are now...
Narration vocal.
Narration vocal?
Narration vocal. It says on the top where it
Yes.
says library. I just never noticed that before on the display.
Well, that's the... Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I'm just saying, I've never seen it before. So I just wanted to point that out. Not that it makes any hell of fucking difference, but
No, well, good that you've discovered something.
Now, I like this when it's on the big screen here. When you see this on the big screen.
Oh, okay.
It just, I don't know, just...
Makes you feel like you're recording?
It just makes me feel like I'm part of this. Because you're the... Because you're the tech. I mean, you're the tech guy. You know how to manage all the devices and stuff like that. I know like a little bit. So when I see it up here, it's kind of like, hey, I'm letting you in on the thing.
Well, feel free at any time to push some buttons.
Yes, to make some comments
Yeah.
like narration vocal.
Like narration vocal. We're using GarageBand. This is GarageBand.
GarageBand is a great product.
It's a great app. It has a lot of features in it that a lot of people don't really use, and it comes with it.
It comes with it if you get your iMac, right?
Yeah, or your phone, your Apple. It's on your Apple phone.
Is it really?
Yeah, free.
GarageBand's on the phone?
GarageBand is on the phone. Best recording device ever. You can record. I do a lot of voiceovers on it, and send them to people directly, and they get a nice audio file where they can punch it back and reverb
They
it
can
and
do whatever
echo
they
it
want,
and play around with it.
Okay.
Yeah, like a lot of times I can actually enhance the words or try to clear it up a little
Right.
bit, but sometimes it's just so we're such a mad dash to try to get product out to the people that we just let it fly.
Let it fly.
As
And
we
those,
do
those
well.
those little idiosyncrasies, though, I think I like.
Yeah.
You know, like some, like, it just, I don't know. I think they're cool.
What's going on with you?
Let's see.
You got a new intern.
I do have a new intern. Yes.
How's he doing?
He's doing a fantastic job.
You paying him anything?
No.
No.
No. Just making sure he's fed.
That would be illegal.
Just making sure he's fed.
Yeah.
It's been a big birthday weekend for him, though, because his birthday's going to be on Monday.
Oh, gosh, already?
Yeah, 2, man.
Man, deuces.
2. So we went out. So we had a friend let us use their pool.
Mm-hmm.
So we went out. We went out there, eastern part of Long Island, and had him jump in the pool
Yeah.
for a little bit. He enjoyed that a lot.
Seems to love his aqua.
He does. He'll just walk right in.
Nice.
He's 2 years old and he just will just jump into the pool.
Nice.
He's got the little floaties on his arm,
Yeah,
so he's not
yeah,
going to die. He's not
yeah.
going to sink or drown,
Yeah.
or anything like that.
And you can always jump in and just pick
You can
him
always
up
go get
and
him. You can always get him.
do the Simba. Yeah! The king has arrived.
This morning, my 2 older children, Justin and Madison, came up to wish Miles a happy
wonderful.
birthday. So we spent the morning together, which was kind of cool.
Wow.
You know,
All this happened already.
this just happened. I just before I came here, I dropped them off at the train station because
Nice.
we're
Lovely.
heading back to their spot in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Okay.
You know.
Okay. Wonderful.
But that was
and,
nice. They
And
came
Madison's
out.
birthday was also.
Madison's birthday just passed.
Yes.
Yes, she
Yes.
is now double deuce. So I have kids that are 20 years apart. 20 years, like
Wow.
a whole adult
Yeah.
apart
A
from
two,
one
whole
another.
2 decades. I mean,
Yeah.
2 decades worth of stuff in between.
Yeah.
Wow.
I told that to somebody who I was talking to on my on the other podcast that I do, and they said, who was it? I can't remember who it was. I think it was Seth Zuckerman, the coach in the.
He
history
said
teacher.
he's that age. He said I'm that age.
Well, he basically.
He was like I'm that age. I remember.
Yeah.
I heard that one.
And at some point, he said, so "Did you just get bored, or just like you wanted another one?"
took time off.
Took time off. Yeah, exactly.
Well, these things happen, when you switch new wife, new life.
They happen.
You know?
Yeah, it's a new life. But I like. I don't know. I guess I like having a young kid around.
Do you?
Yeah,
Huh.
I think I do. I like having him around. I think I like the idea that I'm like taking like this previous life that I had, and like can take all those fuck ups, and now
And ignore them.
can now say, okay, I know that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Don't do those
Don't
things
do
again.
that.
So now I'm gonna concentrate on this kid, and
Yep.
maybe he'll be a little bit, he'll get a better benefit of the guy who
Nice.
I am now, as opposed to the guy who I was like 20 some odd years ago.
Well, that's good. I mean, that's always good to live and learn,
Yeah.
and have new outlook on the way things. If you could do it over again and see it, like a lot of people like vicariously live through their children,
Yeah.
and start doing things, and hey, you should do it that way.
Mm-hmm.
And mighty funny how most of the kids don't see that until later, until
You don't
they
see
get
that
older.
until you get older. Yeah.
Which we didn't either. Like,
No.
I don't imagine us seeing, those old phrases of, one day you're going to learn and say,
Yeah, and that's true, but you can never, like somebody. I heard somebody was talking to a like a 17-year-old kid, and they said, you know what? The thing is, you don't know, you don't even know what you don't know.
no, right.
You don't even you can't even conceptualize the things
Yeah.
that you're going to have to manage as you get older. You don't even know what they could be about.
Right.
It's not even that you've been exposed to them. You just haven't dealt with them. You haven't lived in them, and so you can't have an opinion about them.
Exactly. And I have this conversation with my mother-in-law a lot. She's a little older, and she's constantly struggling with, isn't it common sense that and I said common sense is not common if you've never done shit. Like if you haven't seen things, if you've never left the neighborhood, and you don't have these world experiences or whatever else. So seeing something for the first time, and unfortunately it's always based around some stupid shooting or some kid getting killed, and a senseless shooting. And she constantly struggles with why would they do this? Why? Because they're fucking nuts.
Yeah.
The mental health and stability is at a premium these days.
Yeah,
and
because there's so much other shit. You mentioned it before. We're just like mentally distracted with other stuff.
Yeah.
It's so easy to just occupy yourself somewhere else rather
It
than
is.
deal with like some shit that you need to deal with.
I can tell you 100 times people will take the lower road to
The easier way.
the easier way every time,
Yeah.
no matter what. And to take the high road is really a challenge. You got to push yourself.
Yeah.
You really got to push
You got
yourself.
to push yourself, and and hopefully you can. The earlier you can get to be exposed to other things, like how. What do you think would have been the trajectory for us if you and I never went to the Fresh Air Fund?
Hugely different. I pay a lot of homage to what happened to us at Fresh Air Fund and a lot those experiences.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I experienced racism the first time.
Yeah.
In Fresh Air Fund, 100%. Like, I look back and
Right.
say, I'm black.
I'm different.
I'm the guy that you're
Right.
scared of. What? And the people looking at you, and
Yeah.
And, I had my birth mark, which drew a different attention to me at the time.
You had a conversation piece.
Yeah. My stomach was like half elephant.
What is that?
Is that mud? Is that? I was like, mud. Like the answer. The funny part is the comments that I did get from it was like, dude, that's not even remotely like possible. Is that a cupcake? Is that like
Cupcake? So you
Stupid
think I dropped a cupcake
Right here.
on me
Yeah.
and just kept it there
Yeah, and I'm still walking around
for
with
12
it.
years?
Yeah. Tough times, but I think to add to your comment. Fresh Air Fund was fantastic for all of its learning, for its and of course at that time, I did not realize that these families were on public assistance as well.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
on welfare. They were receiving food
Yes.
stamps.
Yes.
And the
They
switch was, the trade-off was, hey, just go hang out with them for some country life. But they're just like you. They're just as poor.
They seemed so rich.
Incredibly.
They seemed so well off. And then you come to realize, no, they're struggling just like you're struggling.
Yeah. I remember my Fresh Air Fund family very well because they're quite, infamous from their grandfather, which is Abe Vigoda, from Fish. And he would come up every once in a while. We had some great times, some great stories, took a few photos. I got one or two of them maybe. But, man, what an experience. I mean, learned pottery, learned milking cows, learned chicken, and all this.
I killed some chickens.
Yeah, I mean, this was so much fun, and I think my biggest challenge was coming home and telling my friends these stories, these fantastic stories, to the point where they were upset. Of like, we don't want to hear this shit no more, man. Like, you're bragging about, and I was like, I'm not bragging. I'm excited. I'm sharing a wonderful fucking time I had. We went in we swam in a pond. We caught bullfrogs.
Right.
We did magnifying glass and with writing our names and so many fun adventures that were just in the wilderness for free. For free. No,
that's there for
we
you.
didn't pay for
Do it
things
anytime, right.
like. We didn't go to parks and expensive, things that had admission. However, Howe's Cavern is one that we went to. We frequented this place called Howe Caverns up in upstate New York.
Okay.
To the tune of when Niche was born. This is back in 2000. I reconnected with them. Mm-hmm. In 2000, I think 2000. Niche was born 2000. She was a baby. And they said, hey, man, come up. We don't live at the same house no more. We live in Albany. It wasn't too far from where we went for Peanut, a little bit more on the rural side. Mm-hmm. And Ron was, 7, 8, you know what I'm saying? And then Niche was just born. And we took a ride up there. And I said, can I please take them to Howe Cavern? Mm-hmm. Like, I wanted to show them what it was. And it was still there. It was the same. But it just felt different, obviously, being older.
Yeah. And it seems smaller?
Very much so. I remember this thing being like the Goonies, like, in a cave.
Like in a whole new world.
Yeah, and the big pirate ship is going to come, and One Eye Willie is going to fucking pop out, and we're going to...
It's amazing. I wonder if they do anything like that now. Like, if there's anything...
Well, Fresh Air Fund still
similar.
exists.
Yeah.
Still exists. In fact, that's the only charity I donate to regularly. I still donate to Fresh Air Fund.
Sure that's
yeah. I really love it. It was great for me.
The biggest question I always got when I came back was everybody wanted to know about quicksand. Like, did you get caught in quicksand?
I do remember these conversations.
And I just, no, there's no, I said, you sure? There was like, Like,
I remember quicksand being a thing.
Yes.
Like, at one point, I was going to encounter quicksand, and I'm not going to know how to do it.
exactly. Like, quicksand is just like legging around, like waiting to get you.
Around the
It's
corner.
like, oh, it's quicksand. Like every time you remember every time you just like walked and you stepped in mud, which is essentially what quicksand is. It's just a big thing of mud.
Yeah.
And you stepped in it, and then the immediate thought you had was you're in quicksand. You're gonna die unless you act fast.
Right, you're going to swallow up into this world, this underworld, and there's dinosaurs and slee stacks down there, you know. No, very much so. I believed a long time that quicksand was imminent. Like, it was going to happen. One day you'd step in it, and God awful, not sure what I'm going to do, but, you know. Now, I did watch a YouTube video of a quicksand class. It's funny you said that. There was a group of people on a Thailand trip, a excursion, and the instructor is take this class on quicksand, and it's fucking amazing. Yeah, it's pretty wild to watch it with today's eyes again. Not from a cartoon, not from a video game, you know, Pitfall or one of those things. Not from that, but it's pretty amazing how it reacts to the body movement, to the you know, you can move slow and get out of it. If you move fast, it does have those properties of it. But it was way more. It was that and the Venus flytrap. I thought that was gonna bite me one day.
Yes,
and poison ivy, you know, those things.
Yes.
My. But sad if these children don't get a chance to witness a little bit of nature, some wildlife,
just something different. Just something different, like a different area, different people. And what you come to find out is that, you know, these people aren't that much different from you.
No, they just live a different way.
I
can remember the host child that I stayed with. His name was Ben, and you know, one day he had a stick in his hand, standing over me on the bed like this, like I'm gonna fucking kill you, like. And I woke up like, ah!
Holy shit!
Yeah, he got to the point because I was such a snake charmer, right? I was excited about being there. I asked so many questions, and as you can see from here, I don't stop talking. Like, I'm just like, boom, boom. Oh, what's that? Wow, a chicken? Can we do this? Can we crack the chicken head over there? Let's do this. Oh. And they're like, hey, whoa, this guy's fun. Like, let's do everything he wants to do. And he wanted to be regular. Like, he plays in a bluegrass band now.
Oh, really?
A bluegrass band, yes. And his father wrote like 6-7 books. Like, his father's a beast on the books. David Vigoda. He's wrote several. That's how I found him again, because he published a book, and I got the name out of it, and he had an email on there, and I emailed them. I was like, hey, remember me? And they was like, of course, we've been looking all over for you.
Oh my God.
Yeah, fun times, man.
I wasn't that close to my host family.
Oh, I love.
I didn't keep. I mean, it wasn't a bad experience, but I just wasn't. I just didn't invest in maintaining that relationship. You do a much better job of like investing in those relationships. I haven't done a good job at that.
Well, you know, the funny thing you say that is, I had, you know, obviously during COVID, everybody's been, you know, scrolling through Rolodex and trying to keep in touch, and my whole job as a business development, you know, consultant is to make sure contacts are contacts. Yeah. Just because, like, some guys get, I got 5,000 contacts, but can you call them and talk to them and say what's up? So I called this one young lady, not so young, that we had done some business years ago. She was always a mover and shaker. She always had her hand on things, and she's out in Philly. And I called her, you know, I make 10 calls a day. I make 10 non-business, cold. Hey, what's going on? What you up to?
Rolodex,
Flip through. Okay. Go down the line, and I stop where I stop, and I pick up where I left off, and I go 10 every day.
That's a great practice.
Yeah, so there's 50 people I'm touching in 1 week. And 5 people think it's all right. You can't make that call. I'm making those calls, man. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's a hello or a no call, and I document it too. My CRM is left a message, didn't speak to him. So I go down 5,000 contacts. I go down the list all the way and start back over, highlight some people, bump them down to low level, like not important, or, you know, doesn't have anything going on, or doesn't work here anywhere. Yeah, I give them like little codes and stuff like that, which is, that's my job. You know what I'm saying? And this lady was like, why'd you call me? And I was like, because I said, so I said something to her. And she's way older than me.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, Sheila, sometimes you have to call people when you don't need them. And she said, yes, but I'm happy. I'm so happy you called, but I don't have anything to say. And I said, hi, how are you?
Start there.
Start there. Start with how you doing? How have you been?
Mm-hmm.
How's the family? This is very simple, really. Okay.
The basics.
And then
how many times we talk about the basics?
Basics. The simple basics still work.
Uh-huh.
And I can't tell you how she, like a deer in headlights, then called me back on Saturday. Was like, I was so confused at your call, and I'm just wondering why me? Like why? I said you're one of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Winner chicken dinner. I don't know what you want. What do you think this is? I'm just calling. I said, Sheila, I have a practice of calling people when I don't need anything.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to make sure you're still alive. This number still works. Or if I get a, all right, scratch. This is the wrong number.
Mm-hmm.
I need to update my things. And you can't always go down. I can't. I'm not saying you, anyone. You can't go through life not speaking to people when you need them.
Right.
Hey, I need something.
Right.
Which I'm a victim of. I'm a victim of all day long. I get that call. Yo, what's up, bro? How you been?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know this is going. So, see, you got a podcast. Oh, really? Oh, you watch it? Then
Mm-hmm.
this is yeah. I be checking it out. You guys are funny, man. Yeah. I said, well, do you subscribe to the show? Oh, I don't do all that. I don't. What is that? You can't hit the button. You can't.
It's just a button.
Yeah.
Come
but
on,
meanwhile, you subscribe to all the other goofy stuff.
Yeah.
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 But then that's that. I just make it a habit to try to circulate the Rolodex and talk
That's a good
to
practice,
people.
man.
And talk to people.
That's a good practice. And then because you're practicing yourself, actually.
I'm doing it for me. I'm not doing it to make the other person.
Because then when you actually do need something, you now know how to broach this.
Right.
And it's amazing how in this sort of virtual world we are now.
True.
Like the contact you make is probably more vital than it has ever been before.
100%.
Like you got so many ways to do it. You can do it on an Instagram post. You can do it on a Facebook like. You can do it you can do that for business. There's this guy I follow. I don't want to give his name out here.
Mm-hmm.
But
he's a guy.
He's a guy. He's a cigar smoker.
Mm-hmm.
He's a cigar smoker, and he invites people on to talk about cigars.
Yeah.
And they're usually boutique cigars. And there was a guy who represented a particular cigar line that I never heard of. Okay.
So you learned something.
So I'm watching his Instagram live, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching his Instagram live feed, and I just chime in, wow, I never had this cigar before. And the dude looked at it. He looked at it, and he says, oh, that's Jow the Third. He's just messing around. And that immediately turned me off, because I was like, wow, this was an opportunity. If you were really about your business,
okay.
this was an opportunity to go, oh, are you serious? You never had this blah 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 blah. Somebody to reach out, say, hey, I tell you what, man, DM me, and I'll or
tell you where to get them.
Send you something, or I'll tell you where to get them.
Yeah.
You'd like them for this and whatnot. And I'm like, man, you just threw away a customer.
Yeah, it's a shame when people don't cherish that. I'm guilty of that to some extent because I wear a lot of hats, and I'm in so many different companies,
Sometimes they cross.
Yeah, and I manage every social account from every aspect of them all. And it's a perfect case. We had a customer that contacted us on Street Equity's website. On the not on the website, she went through Facebook. So it doesn't go in my inbox, so I have to go in it, go check.
Okay.
And if you don't make a habit of checking it, you lose it sometimes. And in many cases, I've lost customers where people say, hey, I'm interested, how do I start? Where do I go? And I'm like, damn, well, that's not the place to start. You should have called the number. There's a phone number here, or email is even better than that, because email I would see, not a Facebook instant message somewhere. It gets lost in the sauce. And a customer said, hey, can you assist me? And I did respond. I said, sure, but I never went back to see what she responded back with. Well, apparently, she had been driving on the highway and saw our truck, because we have remember the truck we help you move with and stuff. It says streetequity.com. And she was riding behind this truck, and a piece of wood flew off the truck and smashed her windshield. sent the dash cam footage, and was reaching out for compensation. Like, hey man, I
Hey, shit off
you
your
guys
truck,
need to fix this. And so lo and behold, I went back and checked, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like, this is the one time I didn't want to miss the message. And I could only imagine that she thought that we were not responding to her because we wanted money.
Right.
I didn't. We'd pay for it. Turns out she sent me the dash cam, and it was somebody that we loaned the truck to use to help move and so forth. And I was like, oh, what a fucking asshole! Like, he didn't say something. Like, if you're carrying cargo and you get to your spot and one thing's missing,
you got 8 pieces of board and you see 7 on the back.
You think you want to tell us that I think this may have flown off somewhere. And she didn't. I said, look, give me your information. We'll try to make this right. I'm sorry for it happened in June. So it wasn't that long ago, maybe about 30 days ago. But still, that's a poor response time for a company to respond. Right. But that's not the medium we use. We don't use that.
Right.
I just got to get better at linking the notifications to the emails.
Make sure it comes to
because the email is every day. I check that email every day, all day long. That's money coming in all the time. It's just like, hey, I need this. Hey, I need this. Hey, I need this. But you're right. When you miss that opportunity to connect with a customer, it is not that easy to get them back. And and the turnoff is like, come on, man.
Yeah, especially in today's world, man, because it's just it's instant.
It's instant.
It's instant.
It is.
Once you realize once you get the impression that you're not valued there, you just move on to something else. And there's so many other things to fill it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this is true. We're experiencing a high volume of people wanting to support, obviously, a local and black business, wanting to be a part of it, but then want to negotiate pricing.
Hookups, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, come on, guys.
I can only hook you up so much.
I am hooking you up. I am, and it's like, oh, we found it's from over here or whatever else. I said, listen, I'm the first person to tell you if you have a good price somewhere else, you should take advantage of it. You're not helping me by giving me the business. My street equity business is a hobby business that happened to turn profitable. By 10 years of doing it, it's like printing. And all street equities is for us is like spare money. Like, we want to go do things, buy toys, buy drones, it funnels that extra habit. It doesn't come out of paycheck money. And it pays for itself. You know what I'm saying? It pays for itself with a little bit of labor. The beauty of it is the kids are in the business and they're starting their brands and they have their clothing companies and they have their custom creations and stuff like that. So it has spawned what we wanted it to spawn. I say this to say is that you're actually giving me work to do when I want to play and chill and do podcasts and ride bikes and you know what I'm saying? And so it's a gift and a curse of having that type of business. When people say people don't understand that there's a level of business and maybe it's not advertised that way. Maybe we should better advertise it. But we were always I was always under the impression that if I kept it quaint and by appointment only and kept my client lists very specific, that I won't have these problems. I don't want to deal with strangers. I have no desire.
But don't you want new strangers?
No. I want a stranger that I met through a person that I work with, that I have a relationship with, and that knows him and he's a good friend of his.
Okay.
I don't want to, I heard this guy, he said he's looking for somebody and I gave him your name and you don't know the guy. And now, because there's too much at risk, my establishment is, a place that, it's like a honeycomb hideout. It's like everybody can't know where it is. Everybody can't come here and just pop up.
Right.
Because that's what happens. People show up like, yo, I need shirts, man. And I'm like, dude, it doesn't work that way. And so it's a strange business. Having a strange type of business and a unique clientele. I put it this way, and I relate, and I'm no Dapper Dan, but I always related it to Dapper Dan's style of business. His clients were his clients specifically. You couldn't just ring the buzzer and walk in. You had to have an appointment, make it, and know him, and have I need you to hook me up with a jacket. I need this, I need that, and I need that. And you get the time, you're with them. That's your time. It's not while I'm talking to you, 2 other people come in, hey, I need service, I need service. Right. It's not a retail operation. It's a very custom haberdashery. type of atmosphere. I don't know if it's the right way, and people hate me for it. People literally go, you guys suck. Like,
Right.
oh, you guys suck for this because I can't get what I want.
Mm-hmm.
And we're at the point of saying, not every customer is the right customer. You said this about your sandwich shop. Are you the right customer? Did you forget that maybe you were a shitty customer?
Yeah.
People
Okay.
text me at 12 o'clock at night, midnight. Yo, I need shirts at midnight. At fucking midnight, my wife is. The fuck is this?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they're women. Sometimes they're female, and I'm like, yo, what is your family saying? What is your boyfriend or your husband or whatever else? Like, you texting me in the middle of the night? That's just absurd. You know what I'm saying? And like, you don't text Macy's and call Macy's. And then one guy said the same thing. He was like, yes, I do. I'll be up on the website in the middle of the night looking for shit and ordering stuff. I said, well, I'm not the fucking retail, so stop. Because people, unfortunately, people make their poor planning your problem,
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, when
guess
your kid's
you-
birthday is.
Yes. You should know.
The day before the birthday, you can't say
the
you
time
need
to be,
shirts. You thought of having, this would be great. I need 50 shirts.
That was a great idea 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. But, listen, life goes on, and when you're in the selling or business side of things, there is a push and pull with it. And
Yeah.
It's hard, man. People don't realize how hard it is to run a business that deals with people.
Well, most businesses on some level deal with people, right?
Yeah, but when you have like customer service and face to face, and you have a product and giving back money and guarantees, and especially when it comes to I'll say this again, a customized
business.
because it didn't exist. I made this,
Right.
So it probably will never happen again. Like a lot of times I explain to guys like, look, a lot of people come from me, they want a clothing line. Oh, I want to make Joe Blow's shirts and whatever else, and I was like, my friend. We're decorators. We decorate garments that are made already. This is a shirt made by Gildan, and I put stuff on top of it. You want to rip the tag out, put your name in the back, and it's not a clothing line.
It's a different thing.
You're just decorating. So let me explain to you what my opinion of this is. And if you really want to be in that side of the business, this is not really the place. It's a good starter to get some pieces, to get some ideas on shirts, so you have an idea what you're thinking of. But to try to run a production out of here, because now you're on my time, and you can't run your company if I'm not around. Like I need 50 pieces. These things are going like hotcakes, bro, and I'm on vacation. So that's why I have a lifestyle that doesn't allow me to be. I can't give it all to the people. I can't give my life to these people for shirts. The trade-off is not equal. You know what I'm saying? And my sanity and quality of life and enjoying of life. Just enjoying life. I mean, shit.
I got you.
Sometimes. Fun times it is. So all week, what'd you do? You had the party set up. You're planning.
Did a little shindig yesterday, which was a lot of fun.
Now, what's going on at Hofstra campus? Are they getting ready for school?
They're getting ready.
Yeah, they're leaving the 26th.
They're bringing people on, and the frustrating thing is, and I'm going to stumble through this because I don't know specifically.
Yeah.
I just hear this from my wife. But they come out with this is what the protocols are.
Yes.
She's got a staff, so she has to train her staff, and they have to make sure that their staff gets trained properly, so that they have the right information and they can disseminate that information to incoming students and stuff like that.
Sure.
So as they get information, that information consistently changes, like on a daily basis.
Oh, that's
like
hard.
they get something 9 o'clock in the morning.
So
okay,
hard.
This is what we're gonna do.
Scratch that.
Blah. Make sure it answers at 2:30. Okay, remember that shit we said before? Yeah, fuck that. That's dumb. That's stupid. We're gonna do it this way. And so you get to the point of like you're almost like punished for being proactive.
Jeez.
You know, so.
Oh.
And everybody's afraid of being wrong. Everybody's afraid of Lord Cuomo. Everybody's afraid of because this dude he's a tyrant. He's now a fucking tyrant. He's now chicken wings are no longer substantial food, according to him.
I saw that. No, chicken wings were okay. Potato chips were not okay. And Cuomo chips or whatever they call them. He said chicken wings. He said at smallest a sandwich at least. Now I've been to bars that don't have food.
Yeah, some bars don't have food.
I very much, and there's a couple of them on 9th Avenue.
Yeah.
That we've passed by several times, and there's no food in them. He's saying those are illegal. They always have been.
No.
I'm
can't.
telling you.
No. I know that's what he's saying.
He's saying the state liquor license, which I did not know. We only had one form of liquor license in New York State. I always thought they were different ones versus,
right.
You know, you had cabaret, you had only wine and beers. Some people had it. No, it's one liquor license for a restaurant established, one style of restaurant. Item 27304 in the New York State liquor license. That's it. And it includes, the extension was to include it for outdoor dining. Now, most people did not have that unless you had a rooftop dwelling or something that was outdoor, but on your own property. Mm-hmm. So I remember doing a couple of hotels that when they had seating that was outside, you could not order liquor outside because that was not in the domain of the building. You could stay inside, but you had this beautiful outdoor seating, and you couldn't even have a glass of wine, you know. And if you got caught, it was like, all right, well, we're letting you have this little outdoor seating, but you can't serve drinks out here. It's like too close to sidewalk, rule, of drinking like in Mardi Gras or something, New Orleans. But it is interesting, though, that, the bending of the rules and what people are doing to get out,
Some of these rules are fucking stupid.
Too many rules.
Too many fucking rules.
Too many rules.
And what you're creating is an underground environment for shit.
Yeah. Speakeasy. Yeah.
You're creating, and that's how. And
it's the perfect brew for speakeasy.
Absolutely. And hopefully, like history's supposed to teach us some shit.
Yeah.
And
Good point.
Let's go back to Prohibition when we said, okay, liquor is illegal. Well, guess what the fuck happened? You created the gangster, so to speak.
Yeah. Yeah.
You pretty much created the gangster.
Good point.
It says, oh, okay, well, I'll get liquor over here, and I'll sell it at this spot here, and I'll sell it between these hours, and if you say something about it, I'll get a couple dudes to kill you.
How about that? We know where you live.
So,
we know where you live, Joe.
So if you gotta. I understand trying to keep people safe.
Yeah.
But you know what? It really isn't up to you for me to be. That's up to me.
Yeah, I do believe that. Yes.
If I think I'm not safe being somewhere, I'm not going to be there.
This is true.
If I don't think my family's going to be safe somewhere, I'm not going to take my family there, and I'm going to tell my wife, hey, I really don't like the idea.
Yeah, this doesn't look good.
This doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to do that.
That can happen.
I think we're very fucking capable of determining if something is or is not safe for you.
Yeah.
You don't need, because when you put it in the hands of government,
State.
now you have the bar that we go to, the one in Mineola. Why can't I think of the name of it now? Recovery Room. They got a fine. And it was a couple of damn snitches who walked in pretending to be a couple. Ordered something.
Which is a job. The task force is a job.
A serious job now.
Yeah, they have a lot of that going
on. And apparently what happened was somebody didn't have food in front of them or whatever. Or like somebody walked up to the bar to get a drink. They were sitting at a table. And they walked up to the bar.
Because the bar's not supposed to be open.
No, the bars can be open. The bar can be open if you are having
distance.
Food. And you have to have a proper distance amongst them.
Yeah.
So you can't have people standing at a bar.
Right.
But what apparently happened was somebody who was sitting at a table.
Yeah.
Went up to the bar and says, "Hey, can you get me another blah blah blah?"
Right.
Walk back. And then got their beer.
Normal.
Walked back. Did normal shit.
Did normal bar shit. Yeah.
So it's just this weird fucking thing.
Flow.
And of course the state wants their money. So you can't make money.
Yeah.
But you're supposed to give it to Lord Cuomo.
Yeah, the little ebb and flow is
keep his nice little curly hair.
So they could keep sending these checks out. I mean, that's the odd part of it is the only thing they need the money for is to dispense it to people. And the way that people have become so dependent on this is kind of gotten a little like we got soft in 6 months.
Yes.
In 6 months.
Yes. Thank you.
We've dismantled the human fabric of work ethic.
Yes.
Just destroyed it.
Yes. Why in the fuck should I work? When you're just going to give me some shit.
I cannot, but I mean, you got guys like even Elon Musk chiming in saying, I don't think this is the right way to do this.
Yeah.
Like you said, history has taught us some things. You cannot put, this is a medically induced coma. This is a, just go to bed. Just sleep. Just lay down. Take your check. Go BJ's. Go Costco. Stock up. Get chips. You know, we'll be all right. And then you go look outside. Everybody's work. The one thing with this bike riding thing, millions. I'm saying millions. Everyone's out walking, running, trying to get in shape. At least walking this thing off. And I'm enjoying the fact that I see so many people. All races and everywhere I go, we go to different parks. We did Shirley Chisholm Park again yesterday. We took the big hill. Your man Sockman, again, I can't say enough about this guy. He is a fucking machine.
He's probably smoking a cigar when he was doing it.
He wanted to. He said he wanted to. He was like, yo, Tito break at the top of the mountain, bro. And I was like... So there was a small bet. There was a small wager, actually, from one of the other guys who rides with us. His name is Rob. We call him Jughead. His name is a motorcycle guy. But he rides. He's like, oh, why are we driving to these places? We should ride there.
We should ride there.
I was like, listen, bro, you could do that.
Some of us can't hang like that.
Some of us can't hang like that. We'll get there eventually, but we can't do that. So he goes, oh man, you got a fixed bike, you're gonna have problems in Shirley Chisholm. That hill is gonna bust your ass.
Sockman has a fixed bike.
Yeah, Sockman has fixed. So so Sockman is being funny. He's saying, I mean, I hope I could do it, man. I hope so. Maybe if I get a running start and I get there ahead, would you guys wait for me? You sure? You know, he's playing, but the other guy doesn't know.
Knowing good and damn well.
So another guy with us, this guy Rich, he goes, hey, Jug, I got $100. Sockman tears your ass up on there.
See, he got hustled.
So he goes, man, I'm not listening. Nobody on a fixed bike like that, or the 10-speed with tires this big, could get up. I got a mountain bike with, he rides. Yo, Ern went up that fucking hill. Boom, 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 boom. Climbing through, it's a hiking trail, by the way. This is Falcon Trail up in Shirley Chisholm Park, which is for hiking. It's not really for biking, but if you got mountain biking, Ernie's got a 10-speed. This motherfucker went up there, came up, I'm huffing and puffing. I'm like, I'm hitting 0 gears. I'm trying to get as low resistance as possible. And my tires is eating away. Ernie comes down like, you guys still coming? He came up, went down, went around, came up. So the other guy who's a little slower than us, because this is like third time out, he's down on the street level like coming. He's like, yo, I want my $100. Told you. Old man, bust your ass. But we have a lot of fun, and we just really enjoy watching people work out. Like, people just really out there trying to, whatever you got to do to get in shape, do something.
Yeah.
It's better than sitting there watching, TV. But now that sports is back, it's something fun. Are you enjoying? Are you watching?
I've watched a couple games. I did watch the first Yankee game.
Fauci? Did you see the Fauci toss?
Jesus Christ.
Does everyone fuck that up? But I think everyone will fuck that up if there's too much pressure. I don't think that's easy.
First of all, if you are tabbed to do that,
practice.
Can you fucking practice? Exactly.
Did he fuck up?
It was horrible.
He threw it to the side?
It was horrible. We went all the way over there and shit. It was like, And the thing is now, Trump's going to throw out the first pitch at Yankee Stadium.
Oh, my God.
And watch him throw like a fucking fastball right down the middle.
Yeah.
Strike.
Yeah.
And, he's going to come out and say, yeah, I've always been a great baseball player. I would have been a baseball player, but I chose to be business. He's going to...
I don't doubt that. I think he will come out and throw a fucking a steamer.
It's gonna look beautiful.
Yeah, he's going to throw a steamer. And everybody's going to be like, damn.
He's like, damn. Fuck science
now. Yeah, fuck science. And Alec Baldwin. Fuck science.
But it was good watching... I mean, I'm a huge baseball fan. So it was good watching baseball. It was weird though.
Yep.
With no fans and no fan noise. I think replicating fan noise is going to be hard for baseball.
Yeah.
They did something like in the stadium. They used
the digital fans.
They used not only digital fans, but the sounds like of the crowd.
Yeah.
They used the video game MLB video game.
Okay. Oh.
So like emulate if you're the home team and if something happened good for you, it's a big hooray.
Oh, okay,
and,
okay.
Or if something bad happened, it's a boo and you know, stuff like that. But yeah, that's going to be hard to replicate. Some places have they're going to do the cardboard cutouts, which you can get by the way. I found out from a dude that you can actually get a cardboard cutout of yourself for the whole season.
Oh, and put it there,
And they'll put it there.
oh, well, that's not
whatever.
bad. The NBA has the digital fan wall, so people are doing live Twitter feeds of themselves watching the game,
Okay.
recording, and it shows on the screen. So you send in your clip of and it's like a collage
You watching the game?
of you watching the game, like oh, and all this stuff, and it's
Okay, all right.
and it's pretty.
That can't be in real time though.
It's delayed a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of delay. I don't think it's real live because then you give fuck you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You gotta allow for some form of
Yeah, there's a delay on it, but it looked pretty weird. But it looked to me what I thought it was. I thought it was old fan footage superimposed on a digital screen. It looks weird because the people are like big size faces, and you see people yay, cheering like like at the free throw line.
Yeah.
There's fans behind it. They open the screen and they go, yeah, you're gonna miss it.
I think basketball can. I mean, if you're watching, have you watched any of the games?
Yes.
Well, what is it like watching the game? Do you notice a difference?
Hugely. It feels super scrimmagey, like which these are right now. They're scrimmages. Your boy Justin Wright Foreman got in the game yesterday.
Good for him.
Yeah, he got some time. He did some bonehead moves. We'll get out the jitters a little bit, but he was playing. Yeah, he was out there playing, and they won. And they beat the fucking Miami Heat. They beat the Miami Heat.
Okay.
The games are fun. The excitement is there. The plays. I don't know. You get more attention to it because there's no distraction. So you can watch the moves, but you hear a lot of sneaker skipping and stuff.
Yeah.
What I'm not a fan of, and I hope they don't do this throughout when the real season starts next week, is I hope they don't have all these people commentating like Zoom. They did it like a Zoom, which I don't like. And it's 10 fucking people talking in a Zoom call all around the screen. Different people commentating. You hear them. I don't want to hear them.
Okay.
I don't want to hear.
All right.
I don't want to hear you. It should be one or two guys commenting the game.
Okay.
LeBron takes it down to the left, like a radio guy.
Okay.
Well, again, new time, new world, new rules. So maybe this is the new way. But I'm not cool with these 7 different mics.
Yeah.
I'd rather the players be mic'd. I'd rather the players be mic'd than you hear that real action. Like, come on, boy, like get on me. Yeah.
Right. But then
they curse too much.
They curse too much. You got to get rid of the F-bombs.
Yeah.
And then when shit gets real heated.
Yeah.
There's only but so many. I think for the most part, guys can meter themselves
Yeah.
when they know they're being recorded. But then you get to a point where things are like really, really amped.
You're in the
and
game. You got
You
adrenaline pumping.
let it up. That's what I'm waiting for in baseball. I'm waiting for like the first serious argument, like when a dude gets hit. And then he charges the mound. What the fuck is your problem?
Right.
Beep. Yeah,
cut it off. But I saw A-Rod's predictions. I guess A-Rod.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he gave.
He's all over the place, man.
Yeah,
This dude has done a tremendous. Listen, he's a divisive person. I know people have their opinions on him, but
I don't know enough about him. I don't know.
He did steroids.
Yeah.
And he got suspended for a year.
Oh, but that I remember.
And stuff like that. And so people are like divisive on him. Like, was he really a great player and stuff like that?
He walked out with J-Lo.
He kind of, and he's kind of like, he kind of like is, a little bit full of himself and comes across as a phony and whatnot. So people have their opinions about it.
I did look at him like he looked a little cosmetic.
Yeah.
He had some eyebrows.
Put some shit on, yeah.
He had some funny eyebrows. And I was like, wait.
Funny eyebrows.
I was like, wait, are you excited? He's like... My prediction he said somebody's going to be a back-to-back MVP. He said Aaron Judge is going to win something, and Giancarlo Stanton you're going to be surprised at him this year.
Well, when he talks, he's a Yankee homer.
Yeah. Oh, he's
a Yankee homer.
He was definitely, and he ended every sentence with no love for the Red Sox.
Yeah, he does it. Yeah. He does it.
So that was pretty cool.
But I think you got to give him his props. I think you got to, he's everywhere. He makes sure his name is out there.
Yeah.
He makes sure,
Well, his foundation.
A-Rod 13 is that he's got a bunch of foundations.
He's hiring. His company's hiring. I'm on a business development side, and they were looking for like some project managers, and so my name came up in.
You should hop at that.
And I was like, the A-Rod company. I was like,
yeah,
wow, this is kind
I forget what it's called. It's called A-Rod 13 or something.
Something like that.
Yeah. A-Rod Corp. A-Rod Corp.
A-Rod Corp. But that's the group trying to buy the Mets.
Yeah.
And their bid is just too low, and they're not competing with it. They're staying steady, and someone's gonna outbid them. But someone should join them and buy it.
Well, I think that's the hope.
Yeah.
Right now they don't have the money for it, and right now the guy that's like fronting the buying the Mets he's got too much money. It's got Steve Cohen.
Yeah.
He's got too much money, and he's apparently a huge Met fan himself.
Yeah.
So if
must be nice.
If you're choosing, I think you choose him simply because he's got a love of the product.
Okay, and he won't come in with budget. Oh, well, we ain't got money for this shit, so we ain't got.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I mean, you can. I don't think that'll be the case with A-Rod either, but I think the simple fact that they don't have the money yet and they're trying to find somebody else in.
It makes sense.
The question is going to be, okay, what's my ROI?
Yeah.
So my ROI has to be X regardless of what you do or not.
But it's thrown out the window now. Nothing's. You can't. I don't know how they could see where their next dollar's coming from.
Somebody's got money because.
I know, but it seems to me that
Mookie Betts just got this huge contract.
Really?
I don't know if you saw that.
A
13-year, $360 million deal.
Damn.
And this was like right before the season opened.
Damn.
So somebody's got money.
Somebody's got money.
If you're signing, and baseball contracts are guaranteed.
Yeah.
They're not like I don't know how. I think basketball contracts are guaranteed also.
Yeah.
Football contracts, only a certain percentage of it is guaranteed, but baseball contracts is guaranteed. So as soon as he signed it,
done.
That's $365 million that the Los Angeles Dodgers are going to give to him. And so they're counting on some money.
Yeah.
They basically said,
right,
we got money coming.
We got something coming in here. That to me, then that means what I've always assumed is ticket sales is like extra money. Like ticket sales is like extra cash.
You have to think, right?
It's like ancillary money.
They say it's like what 30% of revenue.
I wonder. Is that the number?
That's what they floated out during the
30% of your RevPAR is
ticket
kind
sales.
of that's a third of your business.
Yeah.
I mean that's 1/3.
That seems
33
kind
and
of,
a third.
Yeah, but if you're doling out $360 million deals, maybe it's not.
Then that means 70% of your revenue is coming in from other TV,
your own networks,
your own merch, and all your other stuff. I mean, wow.
Yeah.
Seems weird. Seems like a weird time. But who knows, man?
And they're opening up new franchises. Did you see? Which is, by the way, in my opinion, the dopest intro I've seen. There's going to be a new hockey team in Seattle.
Really? Pray tell.
Called the Seattle Kraken. Call themselves the Kraken.
Oh, I saw. That's a team. That's a real team.
It's going to be a team.
Oh, I thought it was like a Jackie Moon thing. I thought it was
it's going to be a new franchise in 2021.
Oh, good.
But they had this promo video, which got me excited. Like I don't know hockey.
Yeah.
But I was like, yo, I want to go to Seattle and see this shit because it just implored everything.
The Seattle Kraken.
If you get a chance to look at it, it's on YouTube. Seattle Kraken intro video.
Dope.
It looks dope.
Dope. I like shit like that. I like when people reinvent themselves. I like when they come, with the time. Like the NBA is really trying very hard to make this thing like a whole new game. They're trying to make sure you're not going to have the experiences you had before. Mm-hmm. Stop looking for the old way. It's going to be different, and I tell you what, it's been fun to watch, and I'm seeing the key marquee players. Of course, the LeBrons and Luka Doncic back. He bust LeBron's ass. I mean, he that kid is showing him. I thought he was overhyped. Yeah, the Italian kid, Luka Doncic.
Okay.
I thought for Dallas, I thought he was way overhyped because it was like a great white hype. You had a white boy and Italian kid that can ball, that can compete with the brothers. He's got the goods. He's the truth. Yeah,
he's got it.
He's got it. I thought KP Porzingis was climbing there, but this kid here with the two of them together, that's why you could see why Mark Cuban put them together. Like, oh, we're gonna get us a nice little, European league,
Get a little double white chocolate.
Yeah, get a double Dirk,
A double.
Let me get a double Dirk, 2 scoops of Dirk, and
That's a shame because not a shame. I'm saying just like Dirk, like to wait for the next Dirk. Dirk's a freak.
yeah,
Like Dirk's not gonna happen.
yeah. But
again.
he got two.
But
He got two.
he's
That's
got two.
pretty
You said
fucking
it's
close.
like there,
And
huh?
3 other guys that you won't get to mention, but I couldn't remember their names. But they got a freakish little team, and with an owner like Mark Cuban who flies you private, takes care of you.
He pulls the trigger. He's a trigger puller,
and he's involved.
He's not. He's
not absent.
He's not scared about. He's not scared about jumping in on something that he believes is going to be the right move.
He's also looking a little cosmetic these days too. These guys are
some Shark Tank days, man.
Man, the work that these guys are getting on their faces, they're just like they're getting face pulls and these. He's got a cat on his head that like it's not real. It can't be. I'm not. I'm positive that's not his hair.
Well, you always see now because everybody's inside,
right?
Like the dudes you see are going from inside to inside to inside. So it isn't the dude that like is like out doing.
Well, you don't get the studio puff
or the
and the
studio,
lights
right,
and the fluffer guy that tighten you up and spray you and put Crisco on your face and make you look all shiny. You're seeing guys on Zoom and regular cameras and iPhone cameras, and you're like, dude,
all like
you look like little Kim.
Even people who look good.
Yeah, that's
even
what I mean.
Chicks
like,
who look good.
Yeah,
on
like
camera, you like seeing them from their home camera. Like, oh,
no filter. Huh?
Sorry, just.
Speaking of which, whose idea was these fucking eyelashes? These
extra eyelashes that you needed more.
They've gone nuts. The women have gone. My wife even has lash. I'm like, what is that coming off? What is that? And it's like this. Like, what's it? If it helps you, I'm okay with it, but I don't get it.
Yeah.
And I've never met a guy that was like, yo, you seeing them
eyelashes,
man.
Bro. Yo.
What?
They curl up and they touch the top of her head.
What?
Yo, son.
I need that.
Yeah,
I don't know where it comes from.
I'm curious as to know what you think is like why you're doing it. You're doing it because it enhances what? It enhances a form of like does it enhance? You think it enhances your eyes, or you think it?
I asked. I said, "What do you do this? Why do you do this?" He said, "Because they're cute." Okay. I mean, I guess it's for yourself. That's like why do you shave your mustache or why do you brush it? I don't know. It's hygienic maybe, or there's things you do for. Why do you wear a bald head? Why don't you let it grow out? Why don't you? I guess I'm confused, but
but we're also not adding artificial stuff.
No, I know
to it. It's like your decision to like cut your hair or not cut your hair. I mean, there could be very, very practical reasons. I don't see a practical reason is to add synthetic something to you to enhance, like because it's strictly cosmetic.
It's strictly cosmetic, yeah. Like a man wig, becoming very popular now. These
men wigs,
like weaves. Guys are getting weaves. They take you, put a hairline, put a piece on.
You said this a few weeks back.
My man Sneed is the best in the business. Shout out to Strictly Skills Barbershop. Actually celebrating not celebrating, but mourning the 3rd year of his brother's passing. He was killed in a outside of Breeze's nightclub here in Queens, but horribly, by the way, which was terrible for no reason, just a Rolex watch and a jealous guys,
Jealous
but
guys
my man Sneed is so nice at this shit.
Yeah,
like giving guys a bald, but putting full head of hair with a fade, shape up. And you could be bald like what you have right now, and beards, putting glue beards on.
Beards on, dude.
This is crazy. I mean, I don't know why you would want that. Maybe I get it if you want to have a wedding, and maybe you're like, yo, I need my shit tight for the wedding. But I made a post and I was like, yo, Tyler Perry needs to hire you. Like Hollywood should hire this guy. They saw. You ever see a Tyler Perry movie lately?
No.
He sucks with wigs. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, he's doing it on purpose.
Uh-huh.
You wore all this Medea wig shit for so long, and you try to show a black man with an afro, and he looks like Ernie from fucking... He looks like your man Ernie from Bert and Ernie. And I'm like, that's the best you could do for a brother? Incredible, man. I'm like, yo, hire my man. He's expensive, but you get at least you're getting what you pay for, and they'll make it look nice. And you know.
The money got to come from somewhere, man.
But
And if I got to give it to makeup, I can't give it to the talent.
But I've heard that Tyler Perry, his studio, yeah, very like the wages are like below the union rates, but
he's in a non.
I understand.
Georgia's a right to work state, right?
Right.
So basically, he doesn't have to compete with union.
No, and it's his own studio and it's private.
And it's private, so you can do whatever you.
And it's basically like you should be happy you're here, like type of thing.
Yeah.
There's a culture that's being cultivated there, and it could be from the haters. I don't know this.
Yeah.
It could be from people who are not in,
Yeah.
Because the people on the inside don't seem to have a problem with it.
No,
They're
don't.
getting some work,
and hopefully there's a. I mean, hopefully you get some sweat equity involved. Like if you've been hired for a couple jobs and you did a great job. Okay, well your rate was X then. Hey, you've done a good job, so your rate can be X plus now. Or hopefully you're one of those people who at least says, hey, I think I've demonstrated I've done a good job for you.
and now I want the come up.
Now, can we do this? And maybe he says no. Maybe you got to go somewhere else.
Over the week, Friday, I think we were hanging out at Dre's house with my buddy, and one of his friends came over that he worked with corrections or whatever else. And his son is actually the actor who plays Ghostface Killer in the American Saga.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, I love that show. It was like fantastic. That's your son? I'm like, he was the best fucking actor in the whole thing. Aside from the August kid, I mean, not August Alsina, dude. No, the kid who played RZA.
RZA.
Yeah, who plays in all these movies. And he played in with Denzel, and he's been getting a lot of work. But that kid who played, but he told his son, he says, don't ever work for Tyler Perry, man.
Ooh.
Just don't do it. Don't. He said, because after that, there's no turning back. You're gonna be a Tyler Perry character.
Like it stains your.
Yeah, and there's only these little kind of, black soap opera ish type roles for you. Go play. He's playing in Romeo and Juliet, the reboot.
Okay.
He's gonna be in that. So I'm looking forward to this kid. I fucked his name. I don't know his name, but
We'll get it right.
Yeah, we'll get it right.
Put it
somehow.
in a blurb.
Put it in a blurb at the bottom.
Hold on. Now you're committed. Now you're committed to doing it.
Yeah, I'm committed to it. Yeah. If I can remember where we said this at the part. Bing! Stop that. All right, man. I think this is going to be it for Two Bros Podcast, episode 105. Remember,
That's a dot.
Oh, dot.
That's
okay.
a dot, sorry.
But remember, go head on over to JLP. What are you up to? Episode?
JLP, I just did number 9.
Woohoo.
Had a great episode with a guy from another podcast that I enjoy.
Nice.
Talk podcast, that he agreed to do it. These are just like fantastic conversations I'm having.
Good time, good conversations, and of course, you can always go back and check out previous Two Bros podcasts that you have missed, because I know you missed a few. Some of you guys
missed a few, and you could do it on 13 Ghost TV. You can do it on all the downloadable apps, and we're now on. What did we say we're now on? We're now on Overcast,
Breaker,
and we're now on Breaker.
Yeah,
and something radio, something that we can't remember what it is. We got to look back at our.
And Google Podcast just sent another thing saying.
Oh really?
Yeah, I just got another one from Google Podcast.
Nice.
I don't know what that.
Look at this. So what you waiting on?
What you waiting on?
Listen. We got something to say. And listen, also head over to the YouTube page. Also head over to 13 Ghost TV. We'd love a few comments. Listen, if you don't like it, say, damn, I don't like this.
Give us the finger emoji.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Send some finger emojis. We like those. Or create your own creative emoji. I'll even sweeten up the ante. If you subscribe, August is coming up, so this is the bros' birthday month. So for our treat for August, any subscribers in the month of August are going to get a free t-shirt. So all you're going to have to do, free Two Bros Podcast t-shirt. All you have to do is show that you subscribed and send a screenshot when you subscribe.
Okay.
And we'll send you out a free, and we will include free shipping. How about that? If it fits, it ships. So I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is.
I'm gonna unsubscribe and subscribe so I can get myself a damn.
No, you can't do that. Shit. You can't do that. But anyway, I'm gonna put that ante up on the line, and that will be, and I'm gonna add that into here as a blurb as well. So, all right, party people, we're getting out of here. Two Bros Podcast, episode 105. See you later, peace, party people. Haha, see you later. Hey, rest easy. Get well soon, Biz Marquis. Biz Marquis has been hospitalized. He's going through some health complications. We wish you well. Apparently, it's not COVID related. It's other, but all well. You got to get better, man.
Big up, Biz.
Yeah, he's a big dude, so he's out there
Big up, Biz.
in the hospital. So
Still-
we wish you the best.
Still
and
DJing, still keeping that
yeah,
real
we
hip-hop
need
going,
the
man.
world needs more Bismarcky.
We need
So
more
we're not
Bismarcky.
finished with you yet, Biz. Get well soon, and we'll see you on the next Two Bros podcast. Peace.